rusting control panel. The water lock starts moving.
All right, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a pawn shop. Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position. I don't know. Sleeping? What do... beaten.
We can sit.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. The kids don't reply. The stone-kicking one.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. The rock kicker was just...
You're bad with kids. Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting in.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally,
Oh, I had
Where?
found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek in an empty house. When I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid.
We are going to need those gloves.
Oh, they're in my sandcastle behind our house, under the sand. You can break the castle. My mom's outside, and I don't really know about my dad. Yes, they don't want to. They look the same. They look identical. It's a grouse.
wasn't Gar, the cafeteria manager, trying to repair a piece of taxidermy?
I don't know. Sure. Just go and get it.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
It's Lammy.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eyebrows.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But bye.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are...
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon...
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. This book will show you the score. Get you oriented. The alphabet. Every page has one word designate, of course. You're not sure about the melody, but it...
Welcome to the fishing village.
Then how does she know you're here?
I still have a golden ear. Oh, welcome, police officer.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered... No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got in. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got...
She says it as if he was on some kind of
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound. Maybe they are, because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Stay? Most people, that said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. This is pretty much a non-place.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find. Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in it.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a Goodwill hospital. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless. The Goodwill ran out. The staff left, and the lack of wealth is the one.
It's cold.
Riddles. Fits with...
Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside. Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost?
She nods, rinsing another piece.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around.
So, they don't hold...
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses. I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or some... What? You're one of those real estate people with big... Used to be a supply depot. And now you know everything there. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me. Now it's your turn, Mr. These things happen occasionally. Don't worry. You'll find yourself one. Eh? What's this about? Come now. I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says. Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be... Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board. She's right over there. the dark-haired woman. Yes, you do that.
She is not impressed by a cop running errands for a local big. The door has seen better days. The layer of paint.
I'll wait outside to give you some time, and after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling and...
The key turns with a satisfying click. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next, the water reflects back. A fresh start looms ahead. Like an artist with a brush or the sharp blade chafes against your skin. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Okay. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The bed is comforting.
Hey, good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sun...
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, sadly, things aren't going that well.
It is doom spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
It's you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
I don't think you're ready for that grade of reality yet.
He points toward the waterline.
We are saving... Place! Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. So now, it's a pirate's life for me. Didn't I already say? I don't want to be the one who breaks it to you. You have to get acquainted. What's it about? Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck. All right. Hey, Abs.
Don't you?
I need you to sign this document right.
Don't call her.
Don't call Abaquao? Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things. My favorite is the gun he lost.
Hey, guys.
That fucking... Don't call her.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw it.
Okay, what's on your... You too.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction.
Uncle.
The noxious odor.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't! Uh-huh.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Uncle.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deal?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got pills. Sure, friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's...
Hi. By amphetamine, I mean speed. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. Aye. What? Good, my man. Now what? Oh. The system's been... You see, friend, man makes his... Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even...
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Permit? Who gives a shit? You want to buy something? Grease the... See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know what's crazy?
He's finding it difficult to focus.
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy. Oh, this is medicinal spirit. I got one of those scientific ampules a few months. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn... Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach... Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal...
Snakes.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one...
Don't say it.
So what do you want then? In the civilized...
His self-conscious...
Is that the police?
Don't worry, Gary. To what do I owe?
That's sarcasm. He...
Of course. Thank you.
The 881.
Oh, good.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary.
Sir,
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going. Which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for... Good question. Being a phasmid, and I suspect it may have also developed other... It's my hypothesis. But I cannot describe how these defences... I'm expecting it to be quite typical rookie assumption. Even simply catching a... Very little, I'm sorry to say. Not yet.
just out of curiosity,
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the...
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite... There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described it's the first credible sighting in several decades. I have to resist the thought.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easy.
Yes, Insulindian phasmid is a very... Well, they may not look impressive, But Lena yes. Simple. Attracted by the... At least, that's the intention. Then locusts. Nearly...
Inside the traps, a meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reed?
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant... They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis.
The traps do seem to...
Yes. What? And I'm eager to return to her. My wife understands that.
Come on, Morel.
And leave the traps at...
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I'm doing this for science, and so is she. Of course it's important to her.
She's seen it.
Yes, that's... suffice to say. It's long been our dream to find proof of the... No.
I could go for some trap setting.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research. Attention, there are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little... Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a con... You should check at least one of those...
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture? Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it.
Bring it to me at once.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you...
That's highly unlikely It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you. Wise choice.
This is the smell of dying reed.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be...
It is precious. A single...
Right, which means you two can pack up and...
Finally.
Thank you for your help. Gary and...
If it's more cryptid related, but what if the What about his eager to leave friend Gary?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. It's not child's play. Just be real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does. Indeed. My methods do not... No, as I... Everything from forgotten regional law...
He's interested in things that people believe that's...
Most establishment scientists aren't... No. Of the list of cryptids kept by... 2 are categorized as... Yes. The Chateau Quan. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. Do you know what the success rate in farm...
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no...
Yes? All right.
We would have to discuss...
A willow...
Willow people? Not a...
They're not people. They're very, very thin. Almost flat. You probably have. Gary and I paint after waiting in hiding for... I chased it with
a lavender shot.
I know you think we were snacking on funny... Furthermore...
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Confirmed. It's... No offense, officer. Me? By all means.
Hello, Yellow Man.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow. Yellow Man?
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Oh, I've been tempted. But someone...
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
I like to pronounce it the hard.
The stupid. It's a secret rite.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking.
So you do know something.
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
My mug?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone. Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. Whew. Thank you. I don't know what got into me, really. Nothing. Just answering some questions. I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs.
Disgraced. No need for the histrionic, sir. It was...
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well...
Right. It was just civic...
Exactly. That's...
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor.
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds.
Every day, the wind, the sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth. But there's something going on here. You should observe him more closely.
I hope I could help your
Does this mean you are in?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've...
There probably is a follow-up to this.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly. Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his... connections. Sure do.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Of course. Of course.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like behind you, the ruin. When this district was booming. There's a trap. Locusts are crawling around it.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. I meant no offense, just...
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Correct. Meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now, the scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked. This is the trap. The reeds, but the later it gets, this trap is also full of panic.
Another empty trap. Yep, the next one has a crab trapped in.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no... You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext, young carp, and the collection of cultural hyperlinks. Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of him, of course. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard?
The man speaks in the artificial cadence.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in O.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now...
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its...
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial... They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Felt had an... It was here in Martinez, possibly, an elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrets, which is a feat of engineering.
He assumes something.
Indeed.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolution... All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built it. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but...
A pleasure wheel?
Yes. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Tape computers. They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission.
A short-lived legislative foundation.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to.
The kid takes a peek at the green.
Actually, no one knows. No one even...
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little... freelancing, I guess you could say.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty? What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center is a place you can... But perhaps I should return to the tape computers.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the official name of the prototype. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they did... But of course, what else? No, thanks to you.
Pick you. You see, a once bright new... A slogan used to intertwine.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells. It's streaked with dried seagull sh. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets? Me neither.
You should still take it. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunch. It's a sordid feel. Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even. It occurs to you that you're not even. It smells like a dead sea creature. Somehow, it was the faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or the crust is hard. Somewhere, they are like the... All of a sudden, splat. An explosion of white on a man's shoe. It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck. Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. The smell, it's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungent... Something cold wakes in the signs of decaying meat. It announces itself from 24 meters away. The lieutenant has all... There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and 2 empty bottles of... No, there's more in there.
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it here was Red Astra. You see traces of May, and it's no older than a day. It's hard to concentrate. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week...
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days. No longer.
Calm now. Carefully. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers. The leather jacket suits him well. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked...
Good. We should take a look at that library card.
The man has fallen through a crack in the... A bad fall. His expression is dull, like the sea. Height, 170 to 175. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet. A dried chunk of blood. This is what killed it.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. You see waves churning below. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that. A .75 liter
Tear all around us.
Rabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves, the blackness of death. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is...
He ate the whole pack, right? I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum.
The entire boardwalk.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think? And he was married. But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know, death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have death, but I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver. What about it? The deceased ate some...
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition. Not that sealing it off would keep it... No, I don't see it.
Agreed. If...
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward... From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found.
The library card is folded into... Billy is a unisex. Whoever owns this card is... Most of these type. If lost, please return.
Good.
Good idea. There was plenty of information here to go. There's some tear. A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation, nothing happens.
I don't
High above, the wind wraps the church in its rush. Cold and...
There is a...
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. The carving on the door is block-like and angular. The surface is smooth from the wind. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. He takes off his glasses.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment. Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency.
There's something on the sea ice there. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand...
It's military. As the washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving...
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere. This trap's not... The reeds sway. The wind pick... Nothing but low.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done. I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
A shaggy-looking girl.
Oh. Hello there.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you. Oh. I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat. I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.